Morning, Sir Fern. Welcome to my reflection video. Allow me to introduce myself first. I am Nassim G. Pindaton and you can call me Ace. I am a second year BS in Sciences and this video is a requirement in our subject CPE 106 Section YY. Part A, Self-Reflection. The first question is, what role did you play in your group's IEP simulation activity? In our IEP simulation activity, I acted as the school administrator, school principal, Mr. Flores. I had a meeting with the parent and the teachers of Miss Fatima, a grade 4 student. What we did was that we strategized and came up a plan that would allow Fatima learn the things at school more effectively. What did you learn about communicating assessment results? I have learned that communicating assessment results is not just about delivering information. It's about building a partnership with the parents, the teachers, and the schools. Furthermore, through feedbacks, I could better strategize and design a plan to improve my teaching method. What did the activity teach you about understanding learners with special needs? This activity showed me that every learner is different and they learn on their own way. It's not just about what they can do, but it's also about what they can do. For example, a student might struggle in problem-solving skills, but that student also excels in art, and that is something that we need to build on. I find portfolio-based assessment valuable. It is because it has different instructions and assessment that caters to the learning style of the student. Another thing is that it shows the students' growth over time, highlighting their strengths than a single test. Furthermore, it's fairer and it is more motivating for students with additional needs. My group designed a checklist to target the needs of the students. Our group designed a specific checklist that corresponds to the observed skills that we want for the students to have. This is the checklist that we made. As you can see, the observed skills corresponds that Fatima needs to improve on. It is appropriate because it focuses on the things that we need for the students to improve. Most IEP goals are practical and this checklist directly measures those. At the same time, it is easy and convenient. The checklist shows us about our ongoing information on how to improve our teaching method. For example, if a student consistently scores not yet in that area, that means there is a problem. The problem is not in the student, but it's in the teacher. So what we need to do is change our teaching method because there are other students who learn differently. So we need to cater their unique learning style. First, I will contact the parents and arrange a meeting with them, sending them a brief summary of the assessment result in advance. When they arrive in the meeting, I will welcome them with a warm gratitude. During the meeting, we will talk about the progress of the student, starting with the strengths and achievements, followed by the things that need support. I will use a simple and a clear language to ensure clarity, and also I will use a visual aids such as pictures and videos to ensure the progress of the students are being discussed to them thoroughly. After that, we will create a plan for future support so that we can cater the needs of the students in terms of his or her learning style. After the meeting, I will express my gratitude to the parents for their presence since it is very important for the parents to be involved in the child's learning. As a future teacher, I prioritize equity, ensuring all learners have equal opportunities to succeed. I will show respect to their unique background and perspective, creating a welcoming and inclusive classroom where every voice matters. It's not just about the color of the skin, where you came from, or your religion. It's about the passion, your passion to learn, And as a future teacher, it is my role and responsibility to transform and mold the next generation of students to survive in this cruel world. Because I truly believe that education is the most powerful weapon in this world. And it is written in my heart at all times that no students shall be left behind in my class. That would be all. I am Nassim G. Pindaton, a second year BS in Sciences, and this is our requirement in CPE 106, Section YY. Thank you for watching. God bless.